Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for saving my life.
Give blood to the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
I'm Abon.
I'm Sonia.
And I'm Kate.
And today we're dishing with you from La Ferme at 7101 Brookville Road in Chevy Chase.
I like that. No, I like that.
Trying.
That was brilliant. That was good. Yeah, La Ferme.
And okay, well, it's like a farm in here.
It's fantastic. It's warm. It's cozy by the fire, and I wish it was smell-o-vision. Once again, oh, it smells so good. I can't wait.
And our guest today is Tanner Cooley, who was the producer of Ghosts Don't Exist. Is this not similar to the Blair Witch Project, is it?
It's similar in the fact that it's an independent film. It was low budget, but as far as the plot goes, it doesn't have a lot in common with Blair Witch.
I just made that up, actually, as we went along.
It was
so
good,
it's
though.
I'm glad you actually
Yeah, it's kind of on the same line.
What everyone's going to want us to ask you is, do ghosts really exist, and do we find that out in this movie? In DC, I think ghosts exist.
Well,
I can't believe I just said that because I don't want to believe
Aren't you the one who won't go on the ghost tour
no,
thing?
I'm so scared.
Oh, dude,
so
really?
Scared.
Tell us all the ghost stuff that you know.
Oh, no.
So we all want to see this.
But it's people like you that make this film work, because there's people that say, you know, I think ghosts do exist, and there's also people that say no, they don't exist. And so that's kind of what makes this film creepy, is because the premise that they could exist.
Do you think that they exist?
No.
Really?
Nor do I.
Really?
Yeah.
So did this come about before or after Paranormal Activity? Because I think, like, after Paranormal Activity, a lot of people started doing these kind of Blair Witch Project-esque type movies. I mean, how did the idea come about?
The idea came about, Eric Espejo, the writer and director, has been working on this idea for 3 or so years, so well before Paranormal Activity came out. And so, like you said, you know, a lot of films have come about since then, but this had nothing to do with that, which I think is fortunate for us, because it came out and it did so well that, you know, people are kind of on that kick right now. So it could be good for us that.
And how'd you get your brother involved? And who's your brother?
My brother's Chris Cooley, plays for the Washington Redskins.
Not generally someone involved in movie making.
No. We have a website that Chris blogs on, and we do some silly things. And the writer and director Eric Espejo contacted us through our website, sent us an email, and after some back and forth, he sent us a script. We read it, we liked it. We thought it was a cool idea. We met the guys, and they sat down with Chris. They fed him a few beers, and they pitched him the idea, and he liked it.
It was the beers. It was the fault of the beers. I'm just kidding.
It could have been, but no, he liked the idea, and he thought it was cool. These guys are great to work with, and they were, I mean, from the beginning, they were great guys. And it was something that we really thought could go well for us.
So without spoiling, I talked over you. So without spoiling, give us an idea as to what drew you to the script.
And what the story's about, really.
Okay,
spoiler alert.
This is what grabbed us both, Chris and myself. It's about, if you're familiar with Ghost Hunters on the Sci-Fi Channel, it's about a famous ghost hunter, and his wife dies. And when she dies, he kind of loses touch with what he's doing. He really kind of has a fallout. You know, he doesn't believe in hunting ghosts.
I already have goosebumps. Okay, and
okay,
is someone dead already?
He announces his retirement to a reporter who actually is Lindsay Zarniak. She's a local reporter for NBC. But he announces his retirement, and someone watching sees it and calls him and says, "You have to take one more case. I promise that ghosts exist. I'll prove to you. Just take one more case." So he gets his team together, they decide to take the case, and they go to the guy's house, and you know, they're kind of distraught, and they're asking him, how do you know, how are you going to show us? And he says, well, I'm going to come to you tonight, and I'll show you that they exist. And he pulls out a gun, and he shoots himself in front of the team. And so the rest of the film is them deciding...
This is a great story, you're right, really good story.
So deciding whether or not they should investigate the scene and see whether or not ghosts exist, or to just leave. That's the team's torn. So.
Wow. Now, and this is very Washington. You mentioned Lindsay Zarniak is in it, and you have some Washington actors as well. And you did your auditions in a not so traditional way. Did you do the cattle calls and everything?
We did. We actually had a casting call. We had callbacks, but we also, for the people out of town, we had them submit an online kind of. You know, it wasn't your normal, but that's how we actually found our star, Philip Roebuck. Who is the lead in the film. He sent in a submission on YouTube.
Power of conversational media.
Yeah, and once we watched it, and I think we had 275 people audition for the film, and Philip stood out, you know, above everyone that came to the live auditions and to the callbacks. And so we were lucky to find him online, but everyone else we found through the live audition.
And location. So was a lot of the shooting done here?
All of our shooting was done in Virginia.
Okay,
Most of it done in Leesburg and Hamilton, so Western Virginia. And then we did one scene in Springfield, I think. It's south of DC. At a hospital.
The area is kind of, she was joking with me not being able to go on a ghost tour, but the area is kind of well known for kind of supernatural activity, not just, you know, old politicians and Lincoln roaming the White House, but also, you know, The Exorcist apparently started right here. Did you guys kind of run into anything while you were filming that made you think a little bit, or?
You know, during the filming process was so short. It was 15 days, and it was all work, and so there
you just
wasn't.
Weren't paying attention.
Yeah, that could be it. But before we went on the shoot, we actually did a ghost hunt,
okay.
and we did it with a team that's based out of DC, and we went to Brentsville Jail, and we actually did. They set up all their equipment, they videoed it, and we got some cool EVPs, and it was a real ghost hunt. And then we took the actors on another ghost hunt in Maryland, and just to kind of give them an idea of what the film's about and what we're trying to portray here. And so, but you bring up the point that there is a lot of history with ghosts here, and that's what, I mean, a lot of the scene here in DC, I would think maybe because of the Civil War or because of the history, I don't know what it is, but there is a big
The vibe.
ghost, yeah, the vibe. Of ghosts.
Where can we see your film?
Our film is going to be in the DC Film Festival. It's the first time that will be shown to the public. That's March 14th. It's a closing film. After that, we're right now working on distribution deals with companies, international and domestic. And so hopefully our film will be on DVD, Netflix, Target, Walmart, maybe the widescreen, who knows?
You gonna keep doing films? Maybe something about the rivalry between the Cowboys and the Redskins?
We have a couple cool ideas floating around between Eric and myself. I don't really want to let too much on, but yeah, I would like to. And if Chris wants to or not, you know, that's yet to be seen. But
He doesn't want to give up the ghost.
No.
No, I'm
It's
sorry.
so funny how you just fell into the movie role just from doing
was crazy.
stuff online. Yeah, doing the
Yeah.
media stuff online. I've heard a lot about, you know, Chris's blog, so that's.
Well, let's hope he
Congratulations, that's
doesn't
great.
fall into a haunting. We wish you the best of luck on the
Thank
movie,
you.
and we can't
Appreciate
wait
it.
to see it, even though I may not sleep for a week. Thanks again for joining us. And as always, thank you for joining us. Be sure to follow us on Twitter @TheDistrictDish and become our fan on Facebook.